Welcome to Meldon Law and Friends. I'm Jeffrey Meldon, and I'm really excited to be here. This is going to be a great show. We've got a remarkable guest, and we're ready to go. However, I want to catch you up on what's going on in North Central Florida over the next month or so. Coming up Friday, May 17th, at the stadium in the Champions Club. We're having the 25th annual Scholar Athlete Banquet, and we got about 250 guests coming. It's going to be over the top. The head ball coach, Steve Spurrier's going to be there and say a few words, as is our favorite writer, Buddy Martin from Ocala, who is still cranking out incredible articles regarding sports and sports figures. We've got some other surprises there and guests, and it's going to really be a wonderful time, a great experience for me after sponsoring and putting together these programs for 25 years and honoring these amazing scholar athletes. So keep in tune. TV20, our partner, is going to be doing a big production on it, so you'll see the intro on the 6:30 news for this Friday, May 17th, and then on the 11 o'clock news and the news stories after that. I think you're going to see lots of information about who won our Scholar Athlete of the Year and how the big event went. A couple other things coming up. Missy King's Hooking for Habitat for Humanity. I'll tell you, I was so impressed with Missy King. Her Habitat for Humanity project is really awesome. They're putting together a really good, fun party. They're going to go fishing. Captain Cove Outfitters on May 18th. So that's Saturday in Inglis. There's going to be family fun fishing, unique tournament prizes and trophies, and it all goes to support Habitat for Humanity. We had Missy King over on the show a couple weeks ago, and she told us all about it, and I am just so excited that they're doing this. Barbecue coming up. Hey, May 18th is a big day, this Saturday. Another event at Homestead Park in Williston. Meldon Law is sponsoring the Barbecue and Brew Festival. So check it out. Barbecue Delights, all the best barbecue in the world. So come over there. And what's barbecue without a brew? So that's why we call it Barbecue and Brew. 11 till 5 on Saturday, May 18th. This event is really getting attention. Boy, Meldon Law Facebook page is blowing up with requests for tickets for Rock the Country, June 7th and 8th in Ocala. Listen to this lineup. Kid Rock, Jason Aldean, and Leonard Skinner coming to Ocala. Wow. And we're giving away 2 weekend passes plus parking passes to some lucky fans. So just go to Meldon Law Facebook page, and that's where you can get your tickets. So a lot going on. We're going to be covering coffee, cars, and cigars in just a few minutes with our special guest, Carrie Beavers, who is the coffee part of Coffee, Cars, and Cigars. Coming up May 18th, Saturday. Wow. May 18th, we got the Gator softball team playing in Gainesville in the regionals. They're rocking and rolling, number 4 in the country in the seedings for the NCAA playoffs. So that's pretty cool. And so this weekend looks like Friday, we've got Scholar Athlete Banquet at the Champions Club in the at the Steve Spurrier Field at the wonderful Swamp. That's what we call it here in Gainesville, the swamp. So we're going to take a short break, and then we're going to be back with Carrie Beavers, CEO of Soldier Girl Coffee Company, and a special Army veteran. So we're going to be back in just a few minutes, and we'll see you then.
Jeffrey, what are you doing?
Well, I'm joining the band, of course. Since Meldon Law is the official law firm partner of the Florida Gators, I want to help.
Dad, we're litigators. Let's stick to helping people in the courtroom.
Well, can we still hang out and jam a little bit? At Meldon Law, we won't back down.
I was going down a one-way street and a girl that was driving her car T-boned me on my scooter. I ended up going for an MRI and discovering that I had 2 herniated discs. Coming to Carrie allowed me to not have to worry about what doctor I was going to see or what physical therapist I had to go to. They say, these are the people we trust. You're going to have a great experience there. And I honestly did each time.
Call Meldon Law. Your consultation is absolutely free.
Albert, Alberta, I understand you were witnesses to a crash. Can you tell us about the accident? When you're in a crash, it's important to get witness statements immediately after the accident. Whether you're in a car, truck, motorcycle, scooter, or even a golf cart accident, at Meldon Law, we won't back down.
And I was in an accident. Someone ran a red light and hit me, and I was hurt. You don't know where to turn. Luckily, I called Jeffrey. These big insurance companies, they don't want you to win. They truly don't. But Jeffrey and his firm and the people that work here, they just really fight for you. You call the law offices of Jeffrey Meldon, because you're going to need help, and they will help you.
Call Meldon Law right now.
Hey, Sammy, look who's there. Say hi.
Hey!
You again.
Meldon Law, Jeffrey speaking.
Jeffrey! Somebody else hit us.
Here we go again.
After the car accident, your personal life takes a toll when you have major injuries. Being a mother of 3 kids, having to work, it became overwhelming. Didn't know what was going to be my outcome, but Meldon Law actually, they went above and beyond.
At Meldon Law, we're not just your legal team, we're your support system. You do not have to go through this alone. At Meldon Law, we won't back down.
Welcome back to Meldon Law and Friends. I've got a terrific guest for us this week. Her name is Carrie Beavers, and Carrie is very involved in putting together a terrific event this coming Saturday, May 18th, starting at 11 o'clock at the Polo Field over at the Villages. The exact address is 700 Buena Vista Boulevard. 11 to 6 again, and it's going to be really exciting. Carrie, welcome to the show. How you doing?
Thank you for having me. I'm excited about the event and getting to talk to you guys.
Yeah, well, you got 4 days more to get ready. Tell us how the preparations are coming along.
Well, I'm out of state, so Jason White has been a huge help. I mean, he's doing a lot of the physical legwork, so we won't be able to set up until the morning of, but we got everything ready to go.
Yeah, Jason is amazing. I love Jason. He's the best.
Yeah, so he's helping do a lot of things I can't do over the phone or all that stuff. So yeah, he's doing really well. But we got everything ready. We're excited.
Now, let's talk a little bit about Soldier Girl Coffee Company. I know It's a labor of love for you. And let's talk a little bit about your coffee.
Okay. Yeah, I started Soldier Girl Coffee Company in 2021 of March, and I created it with the basis of being able to donate part of the proceeds to something that's very close to my heart, which is veteran suicide rate. I say it's close to my heart because it's so high, and I wanted to make a difference. And I found that coffee could be the tool to help do that. So I helped donate to a lot of different programs, veteran programs, first responder programs that get veterans out of isolation and back into a team environment to reduce the veteran suicide rate. So along the way, I've got to meet, I have amazing customers, repeat customers. I've just got to meet amazing people and so many veterans. It's a big veteran community is huge, but it's really kind of small when people start hearing about you. So it's been fun.
Well, I know you were in the military for what, about 10 years?
Yeah, 91 to 2001.
And that part of your experience there, caused PTSD and some other problems, right?
Yeah, I kind of tell my story like so that other people can learn from it. I went in, very naive at 18 years old from a small town, farming town in Illinois. So I hadn't had much experience with other people at all. And so I went through basic training, and then AITs, like our advanced individual training. I went through that. And the last night of that, we call it in the military sexual trauma. So that's the last night something happened there with a drill sergeant, and that kind of changed my life forever.
Yeah, I read some of your story, and it seems like you were in the military at first. You were doing food service, and then you became a combat medic. Is that right?
Yeah. So my first MOS was 91. I received the cook one. So I went to Germany for 2 years. That was really awesome experience, to be in another country. And so I had to stay there for 2 years. And then I decided to I was married at the time. So I went to Fort Bragg. I got stationed there after I changed my MOS to 91 Bravo, which is a combat medic. And that's like one of the best jobs in the world. So that was really good. So I stayed at Bragg until 2001.
Now, during this time, you really didn't deal with your PTSD and the sex trauma that you had been inflicted with.
Right. When I got to Germany, I kind of suppressed the whole thing. It was like, you're kind of just getting all brainwashed about your basic training and your command and everything. And I just suppressed it like it didn't happen. When I got to Germany, I was kind of having a lot of unhealthy behaviors that I never did before, but I wasn't putting it together with the PTSD. I was like lashing out, maybe drinking alcohol when I didn't drink or do drugs when I didn't do drugs, and just stuff like that in depression. But I wasn't really linking the two because I was in denial. I just suppressed all what had happened.
Yeah, and looking back at it, what were some alternative ways that you would deal with it now if you knew what you know now?
Well, I was really young then, so when I try to think back, because I just turned 52, so 18. So I was pretty young. I was scared of my drill sergeant. Like before anything happened, I was come from, like I said, I was pretty naive from a small town, and I didn't report it and another thing was because I was leaving the next morning to go home. Our training was over, and everybody just kind of wants to get home. So that was another reason I was making up in my head, like, I just want to go. I don't have to stay here for this. You know what I mean? If I report it. And I was 18. So looking back, yeah, I would definitely report it. That would be the first step. And definitely if you start having like unhealthy coping mechanisms, or, just find like some counseling to someone to talk to.
Does the Army have plenty of resources available if you seek them out?
Um, yeah, they do. They helped me. Thing is, I keep saying 30 years, but I'm making myself older than I am. I waited 20 some years, just kind of living my life, letting PTSD rule my brain and my decisions, and not really, and being in denial that I even had PTSD still after all those years. So when I just got tired of, self-sabotaging myself, and um, when I finally put in my claim for the PTSD related to MST in 2019. And when I did that, it brought up a lot of suppressed memories and stuff like that I couldn't really deal with. So again, I went back to unhealthy coping mechanisms of drinking, and then I finally decided to go to the VA and got some counseling and help. And that really helped me, set me on the right path.
So your turnaround is fairly recent, 2020, 21?
More like 2019. I was a nurse up until COVID hit in 2020. And then that's about the time that my military 100% disability came through. So I wasn't nursing anymore because I was barely hanging on in nursing with my PTSD and all the stress that comes with nursing. It was very hard for me
So
working that environment.
what are some of the things you do now in order to make sure you stay as healthy as possible?
Well, I still have my days, but what I found that helps, and sometimes it's hard to keep a routine, but when I do, I just try to get back at it if I stop doing something. But I found that meditation helps a lot. Um, Obviously, counseling, exercise helps your mind a lot and your confidence and everything like that. So definitely working out, exercising, um, journaling, just stuff like that. More concentrating on my mental health and, putting myself first instead of like before I used to do, like put everybody else first. And because, yeah, it's just more important to love yourself so that you can be the best you can for everybody else.
So you were a nurse, an RN, or what was your role in nursing?
I was an LPN, which licensed practical nurse, but I did a lot of roles of RNs because the nursing shortage, and I got RN pay. So it was kind of like not having as much education, but still getting the same pay. So I was happy with that.
Yeah,
Like that's, but
well,
yeah, there's,
I've heard that recently they've started paying nurses a lot more than in the old days.
oh, ever since, yeah, before that too, the nursing shortage has been around for a long time, but especially COVID, they were paying, yeah, and they still do. Ever since I stopped nursing into 2020, there hasn't been a day that I don't get a text or an email asking me to work somewhere for the
Oh
last 4 years.
wow!
But I
Well,
was
you
gonna
got
be,
you,
yeah,
you got job security if you want,
yeah.
right?
I recommend that to anybody that working if they like that, because that's total job security. You never have to worry about finding
Yeah.
something.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Now, I know you've stayed really busy and focused your attention on not only coffee but helping others. Let's talk about that.
Let's see. There's so many things. I kind of built my platform pretty good, and I like to put the spotlight on other veteran businesses, just to show people what's out there. And there's some pretty amazing veteran-owned businesses out there, and so I kind of promote them. And I know that some of the things I've supported or donated to for nonprofits or programs that I get to see like the people. One of them is like Ultimate Veteran Adventures, and they always have it seems like every day they have another event where they're taking veterans and first responders out fishing or hunting or just getting them in that team environment and out of isolation, basically, because that's part of my mission too. So I support that. And it's good seeing that people do come out that don't have, kind of lose that camaraderie when they leave the Army or military. I was in the Army, so gotta be partial.
Well,
But
yeah, well, let's
yeah,
talk about that because, I know Jason has, talked to me about it and how incredible the group is, particularly around here in North Central Florida. We have a really fine VA hospital here that draws a lot of people. And the veterans community in North Central Florida is very tight.
yeah, that's good. I think being out of the military for so long and just even since I got back in, I got more involved with veterans, when I got back into this business. But just from then, there's been so many things that are created for veterans and even other veterans opening nonprofits, stuff like that to help other veterans. So the veteran community is really like pulling together over the last 4 years, a lot more than I've seen before.
Well, good. Now, where do you live?
I live in Smithfield, Illinois, which is out in the cornfields. I live by my parents right now. They're getting older. They're getting older, and they're not getting younger. But so yeah, I had moved, live back here for a while, stay close to them. But I'm probably gonna move somewhere.
Okay.
I like the city
Well,
environment.
you always have a home back here in Florida.
Yeah, I like that too.
So,
I love Florida.
yeah. Well, I'll tell you, since Jason White, you know how much how involved he is with his Warrior Wheels Foundation, and he's just it seems like all the time Jason's involved in doing something, right?
He runs circles around me. I think I'm busy all the time. Yeah, we both, when I started my business, we kind of connected that way. And that was like 3 years ago now. So we've been kind of friends online for 3 years and kind of supporting each other with whatever endeavors we were doing. And yeah, but there's be times he'd be like, oh, I didn't get no sleep last night because I was out on a call, it's a crisis call but he's always doing something, but he has such a passion for it. He's just like, it keeps him, he likes keeping that busy, but it's awesome as much as he does for the community. It's just amazing.
Yeah, I call him the Energizer Bunny because he never stops.
Right?
And you're right. He'll be if there's a call at 3 a.m, he'll take it and do something, and whatever he can to help.
Yeah, especially this event. There'd be times he'd be like, I just went to so and so because he's running around like connecting with people in person. And I always feel like, do you need help? I always say, do you need help with something? He's like, no, I got it. I always ask because he's just doing so much.
So there's going to be live music with Salute Our Troops, The Resilient, Emma Forget, Chris McNeil, Jay Allen Six are going to be performing. So there's going to be a stage with lots of live events. There's also going to be a bunch of neat cars, bikes, truck jeeps, golf carts. This is in the villages. Now, you've been to the villages with the golf carts?
I haven't.
Oh, my God.
Well, villages. I mean, over by the water.
Well,
Yeah.
anyhow, the villages has like a million golf carts running around, and they aren't just golf carts. They're like everybody has to fix up their golf cart to shine, and they take a lot of pride on them. And I've gone to events there in the Performing Arts Theater, and you might see like 500 or 600 golf carts parked outside of the theater. It's just
Wow.
incredible. Yeah, and they have all kind of special rules and parking spaces, and so anyhow, the Villages is probably the most golf cart friendly place in the whole world. So we're going to see some of those incredible golf carts, and then we're going to have some antiques, classics. There's going to be all kinds of cars, bikes, and the group that Jason hangs out with has just some incredible. He loves his motorcycles. Uh, However, there's lots of other people bringing neat cars and the Jeep. So it's going to be fun. There's going to be 150 vendors. Wow, that sounds like a lot.
That's awesome. I'm so happy
Yeah,
we could get that.
yeah. Well, Meldon Law is going to be down there supporting you, and we're really excited about what's going on. Let's talk a little bit about the coffee deal. How'd you come up with the name Soldier Girl Coffee Company?
Kind of just yeah, the very beginning was a lot of trial and error, just typing things in to see if people were using certain names. Um, just kind of a lot of just playing around with it. And then when I saw it was available for my shop name and everything, I just thought it was a great fit. I don't know. I just thought, yeah, that's what I should call it. It just was like something that kind of like, yeah, I can't pass that up. But it was just more just researching, looking around, typing
I mean,
in what.
it tells so much about what you're all about, right?
Right. Well, then after I did find it, I kind of definition is like soldier girl, somebody like strong and resilient. You know what I mean? Stuff like, oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. When I think of Soldier Girl, I think of a badass.
yeah. Oh, that's yeah, badass, sassy. I could go on.
And no, I mean, it's kind of cool because part of your mission, in addition to selling great coffee, is to engage yourself with the military veterans community. And what better way to say it in to call yourself a soldier girl?
Right. Yeah, it
Yeah.
does. It's just kind of fell into place. Funny story about me trying to pick a logo on Kiva. It's kind of funny because if I showed you the stuff that I was messing around with, like it looks third grade, considered to the awesome designer that I found that helped make my logo so amazing. So yeah, I couldn't have
Can
done
we?
that myself.
Do you have the logo? Can you show us your logo?
I think I have it right there. Maybe I find it on my phone.
Oh, you can
um,
put your phone up if you want.
okay. Yeah, I was blessed with the. He's a veteran. He's a designer. He's worked in multiple areas in Hollywood and just big name stuff that I could never. Man, he just blows my mind with his work. It's like that; those things just came to me. You know, God is like watching over me.
I know. I was reading about how where you source your coffee and all. What, Colombia was the other one? Costa Rica.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
while you're looking for your logo, why don't we talk a little bit about your coffee business? You know,
Sure.
what are some of the things that make your coffee awesome?
I I think I don't have to worry about the product, and it's so professionally done. And like I said, I at the farms and stuff like that, they use a lot of environmental friendly methods to get, and then just all the quality checks and everything they do is unreal. I mean, I just feel like I have such a superior product and I don't have to worry about that. I just have to sell it, get people out there and experience it. But the great thing about it is like even one bag of coffee, if partials go into veteran program profit, then even just buying one bag of coffee is supporting the farmers in those countries in the coffee fields to keep their certifications of Rainforest Alliance certifications, stuff like that. The roasters rebuilt schools and stuff like that, or built schools in those areas for the families of the farmers so they can have education. And it just goes way beyond, helping like here and helping there. It's just, it kind of comes full circle. So that's pretty amazing too.
Yeah, I know that there's a strong movement to get coffee that's sourced from folks that treat the children and the workers with respect. And I know that that's part of your credo as well.
Yeah, definitely. Um, I was going to mention that Costa Rica, they've won environmental awards for what they've used for the mills and stuff like that for the coffee. So there's a lot of awards with this coffee too.
And so tell us, what are the coffees that are going to be for sale down there in the villages on May 18th when we have our big event?
Right now, I'm mostly Colombian. That's because I'm not prepared as I should be.
Hey, Colombian coffee.
I mean, I've been so busy. I'll admit it.
Carrie, look, Colombian coffee is my favorite. Now, I have an espresso machine at home, and my routine in the morning is to make my espresso, walk in the backyard, smell the flowers, feed the fish, do that kind of stuff. I noticed you said that in the event that there's no we want a special blend, that's something you can help us take care of.
Oh yeah, I'm very choosy, but yeah, for you, I can.
Okay, well, okay, I'm putting in my request for espresso. Okay, something that will make my espresso machine have a smile on its face and get me going in the morning. Okay.
I'm sorry. I thought you wanted me to put your face on my label.
Hey, you know what?
No problem.
Hey, Carrie, we'll talk about it. It's an idea. Okay, what if we do some Meldon Law coffee, and we put something on the front. Maybe you'll dress me up like Juan Valdez with a hat and the whole thing.
Hey, my designer can make anything you want, pretty much. Yeah,
well,
he's pretty.
So how have you learned? Oh, that's your oh, cool. Oh, wow. Very, very cool. I love it. Look at you. You are a badass. So
I know, right?
yeah. So anyhow, tell us some secrets about great coffee.
Well, I think that
yeah, what do you look for when you're tasting? I think I know what I like, but you're the one that's sourcing it and selling it, and also you must know way more than me.
well, the fact that the roaster does all these quality things, I trust the coffee 100%. Everything it goes through to get in the cup, as far as mold free stuff like that, and it's fresh roasted to order. So basically, I kind of like a lot of different coffees. I'm not too partial to just one, but the Colombian, I just look for like the notes. kind of like everybody else. I mean,
Yeah.
I love coffee, but yeah. So I guess there are some that are different, but I don't know.
Well,
Maybe notes and stuff like that. And some of the flavored coffee is so amazing when with nothing in it. You know what I mean? The notes are really,
oh
really
yeah.
good too.
Well, let's talk a little bit about that because I know besides the uh, Colombian coffee, uh, the traditional Colombian coffee, that you also have some of the flavored coffees. What are some of the flavored coffees that you have?
There's some that I bring back kind of seasonal that I really like. Salted caramel is my favorite, but I don't have that available right now. So some of them, like I said, are seasonal. But, I do have like hazelnut and French vanilla and chocolate hazelnut. Trying to
Now,
get a flavored
how,
whiskey
how do
barrel.
they? Yeah, how do they get the flavors in the beans?
I'm pretty sure they do it during the roasting process.
Okay. So
Yeah,
whatever
yes, sir.
flavor it is, do they? Do you have any idea if they add a liquid to it? Do they add something else to it?
Yeah, natural flavoring. So it is like a liquid.
Oh, cool.
But some
So
of the, but like a lot of coffee just has notes, you know what I mean, with nothing added. But the majority of the flavor it has, the liquid like roasted and after beans are like stirring it up in there.
wow. So tell us what coffee maker you have at home.
I'm really just regular like you. I like good old fashioned Mr. Coffee. Someday I might get one of those fancy espresso machines, but I'm kind of happy with just my, a few cups of coffee in the morning. Usually do about two, so I'll make half a pot.
I like it. Yeah, and so it's a drip coffee maker, right?
Yeah, but
Good.
there's so many
Yeah,
ways. Yeah.
I know.
But
All you need is a roll of paper towels and some ground coffee, and you can figure out a way to make it. So, anyhow,
yeah.
I understand you put together a commercial that ran on the Discovery Channel. Tell us about that.
Well, I'm gonna say, like I said, God bless me. He blesses me all the time, and the opportunity. J Dog is the biggest John Calling, actually the biggest veteran franchise ever. So I had been connected with them, and he offered me a commercial spot on Discovery. And basically, it's kind of funny because I knew nothing about it. I know nothing about making a commercial or nothing, but it was kind of like, you can have the spot, but you're going to have to do it yourself. So first, I ended hiring somebody to make a real badass video of female veterans and tanks and shooting up stuff. And yeah, Discovery Channel didn't like that, so they rejected it. And, and then I found out I was in Florida then on vacation too. That was like 2021, and then they're telling me you got 13 days to come up with something else. So luckily, I got a hold of another veteran that does like production stuff, and asked him to do me a favor, and he ran with it. So I had all veterans in my commercial. It was at Johnny Cash's ranch, and yeah, so it was cool. So everything's filmed on Johnny Cash's ranch. Everybody doing camera, everything. Everybody was hired as veterans. So it was a good message. So he did a really good job in 13 days. I could tell you that. Basically, it was about stereotypes of women, veterans, and business owners. So it was kind of I need to put it back on my website. I don't have it on my website right now.
Is it on YouTube?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so if we're going to go to YouTube, we would search for Soldier Girl coffee, and maybe it'd come up, right? I want to see it. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run home and see your badass commercial.
I'll definitely give you the link. Yeah, that should work. I don't do a lot on YouTube, so it won't be hard to find it.
Okay,
But,
good.
yeah, that was a movie.
I want to see the one that Discovery Channel turned down.
Well, I can send you that too.
Okay, great. Yeah, no, send it to me, and that'd be fun. My email, I let everybody know, it's jmeldon@meldonlaw.com, and that's we're actually I want to thank you so much, Carrie, for joining us, because we're really excited about the event on May 18th. The polo field at the Villages is a great place to have this. And whether you're into coffee, cars, motorcycles, candy, anything that starts with a C, they're going to have at the cars, coffee, cigars. I forgot the cigars. So I like all of those things. I love my coffee. I love my car. I love my cigars. So it sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. 11 to 6, Saturday, May 18th at the Villages Polo Club, 700 Buena Vista Boulevard. Starts at 11 o'clock. It's only $5 for adults. So if you got a few extra bucks, not only give them the $5, give them a few more, because it goes for a great cause. They're really trying to do something to help the veterans. Gosh, there's 6 different bands coming on. So I'm very excited about it. 150 vendors, including Meldon Law, are going to be there. And it's going to just be one of those great Saturdays that everybody can hang out, meet people, and go find your Soldier Girl coffee. Are you going to have a one of the tents set up or something like that?
Yeah, I'll have a tent, but we'll also have coffee being served over in the middle area where they kind of have that area where they can serve it. But yeah, it'll be served all day. I know it's gonna be like 91 degrees, but you can have iced coffee. We'll just do iced coffee.
Hey, in Florida, 91 degrees. If the humidity's reasonable, we think that's cold.
Really?
Yeah. No, Carrie. When you come back here in the middle of July, and it'll be 95, and the humidity will be, as close to 100% as you can get. Now that's hot. Okay. This is going to be a beautiful day. We're going to have a great time. Lots of good people. And it's for a very, very important cause, which is support our veterans. Our veterans allow us to have the freedom that we enjoy in this country. And there's always, veterans that have challenges when they come back, either from PTSD or injuries suffered. And, in Gainesville and Ocala, we really see a lot because we have a great veterans hospital here, and they really step it up for everybody. So we're very proud of our veterans in North Central Florida. So this is an opportunity to come out and support them. I want to thank you very much, Carrie Beavers, for coming on the show and telling us about your coffee. So if people want to buy it online, where do they go?
you could, I guess, just shorten it, www.soldiergirlcoffeecompany.com.
Okay. So if you Google Soldier Girl Coffee Company,
It's
you
a
will
lot of fun.
find you.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it.
yeah, I definitely want to mention, I want to real quick, Marie Bogdanoff, a lot of this event is going to support fundraising for the Ashley's House in the villagers for veterans. So the Ashley's House is we're making transitioning homes for women veterans. So that's a big part of this event, fundraising for that.
Well, that's wonderful. I'm glad you gave him a shout out. And the best thing I can say is show up, to our listeners and viewers. Show up there. You'll have a blast. I think the weather's going to be really nice. And it's a benefit to help veterans.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, I think veterans and first responders are free, and then children under a certain age are free. And then I think Jason has it that way that everybody else pays $5.
hey, if you can't afford $5, you can't even go into Starbucks and get a coffee for $5. Not if
Right.
you want a macchiato or whatever they call that.
Right. Yeah. I'm excited. I hope everybody can make it out. I'd like to meet everybody. I've heard so much about Ocala. It's an amazing community, and I don't even live there, but I know that it is. Everybody pulls
Okay.
together.
Well, I think we're going to have you visit Ocala, Carrie.
Yeah. Well, I should be talking about the villages, huh?
Well, the villages in Ocala. No, I mean, we call it North Central Florida.
Okay.
The villages, and then it goes up to, Ocala and then Gainesville. But it's like we can get one place or another usually in 20 minutes. Well, you're in the farm area, so you know what it's like driving without being in bumper to bumper traffic, right?
Yeah. I'll be in Ocala Thursday.
Cool. Bringing some coffee down.
Yep. I'm
Okay.
excited.
Well, look, this has been a great show. Carrie Beavers from Soldier Girl Coffee Company. If you're listening to this, support the Soldier Girl Coffee Company. They do turn around and use some of the profits to help support veterans organizations. So you get great coffee and you help an important cause at the same time.
Yep. That's what we do.
Okay.
Excited.
Well,
I think.
Well, thank you again for joining us on Meldon Law and Friends. And that's the end of the show. Thank you again, Carrie Beavers, and we'll see our listeners and viewers next week. I'm Jeffrey Meldon, founder and attorney at Meldon Law. If you need help, give us a call.